Greetings, people of the internet. It is I, that Canadian fangirl. You can hear me, but I don't know, maybe you can see me. I don't know, apparently video podcast and all thing. So, hey, if you can see me, welcome. Hi. This week, probably gonna be. I realize I think this gonna be a different episode every week, but it's probably not gonna be that different. But I don't know. I'm gonna ramble this week on spoilers. And when I say spoilers, I mean, literally, I just want to talk about spoilers. I'm not talking not spoilers like I'm giving spoilers. Spoilers like, let's talk about spoilers. Like, talk about the notion of the spoiler. Because I have views when it comes to spoilers. So, let's break down spoilers. Good old spoilers. The word you see on the internet all the time now, because every time you talk about anything, and the first thing you see is spoilers, and then nothing. And then they're like, well, I'm gonna brave this, and again, somehow I get spoilers. I kind of admit I have a interesting relationship with spoilers, that being well, I don't care for spoilers, at the same time I will engage with them. It's weird. So, I don't know, the idea is that if it's a piece of media that I'm really into, then yeah, I'll actively avoid spoilers until I can experience whatever it is for the first time on my own, because I want to have the experience of discovering it for the first time on my own without someone telling me. But it's like, if I don't care, it's like, yeah, go ahead and give me spoilers. I'm probably never gonna watch it. I'm never gonna watch this movie, go ahead and spoil it. Or if it's like something that is really old and I haven't seen it, and I know the spoiler going in and I watch it for the first time, I don't care. I don't care. Honestly, going in knowing how it ends, honestly, kind of makes the film better, because I'm not thinking about it. I get to think of the film as a whole and realize that's what people's like this. I don't know. Spoilers are weird. Because we live in a world where everything is spoilers. Like, everything is spoilers. Movies are spoilers. TV is spoilers. Cartoons are spoilers. Books are spoilers. My life is spoilers. Everything is spoilers. Everything on the internet is spoilers. Everything. Fanfiction is spoilers. That's kind of the reason I wanted to make the episode. Because, I don't know, if you're running a fanfiction, maybe don't put spoilers in your fanfiction if it's not something that needs to be in the story. It's like, okay, that has nothing to do with anything. Why spoil this? I was reading My Hero Academia fanfiction, and it's a really good fanfiction. I like it, but it's a fanfiction while they're watching the MCU. The person is like putting in manga spoilers for basically character moments, and they're in chapters in between them watching the movies. It's like, why put manga spoilers? I won't give it away because that really just happened in the anime, but it's like, maybe don't put major spoilers in a fanfiction knowing there's gonna be anime only reading the fic. Like, I'm not gonna name names because I think this person has good work, but if you're listening, if you're listening, I read your fanfiction. It's good work. Wait for the next chapter. Maybe don't spoil something that didn't happen yet in the anime, but because I'm reading, it's like, I think I got spoiled, and then it just happened in the anime. It's like, that's a cool, still a cool plot twist. I like what happened, but like I saw it coming because I was spoiled. To be fair, dude, you always spoiled the to be fair, this doesn't also spoil the Dobby twist from like last season, so it's like my dude out here that's spoiling stuff in a random fan fiction. Like I don't know if you're gonna do that, maybe acknowledge. But oh god, other thing, if you're gonna do that, maybe put in the description of your fan fiction, hey, include spoiler from manga. Just a thought, because like anime only is coming. There are people who just watch anime then don't read the manga, so don't know where the story's gonna go. Maybe don't spoil it. I'm just, but like, I don't know. That's the whole reason I wanted to make this episode. The guy sat down was really weird. Okay, to be fair, I'm not gonna give spoilers in this. I'm not gonna actually talk about spoilers. Talking about my opinion on spoilers. You say, guys, I'm not gonna spoil anything out right now. What Deadpool Wolverine? Not gonna Deadpool Wolverine. I'm not spoiling the cameo, so you're good. You're good. I'm not gonna spoil the twist of Inside Out 2. I'm not gonna spoil Borderlands. I don't know. More opinion in like a couple weeks. I'll get to that. So, yeah. I don't know. It is one of those things that really gets to me. And again, I don't really have an opinion. Because, again, unless I'm actively, like, engaged and it's something I'm really looking forward to, I'll actually avoid the internet so I don't get spoilers. But it's like, generally speaking, it's like, I mean, I know what I want. I'm gonna look up what I have to look up, avoid what I want to avoid. So it's like, the thing with spoilers too, because people are so. We live in a world where you want to talk about stuff, but you don't want to give things away because it's that good. No one. They're all rules. They're all rules for spoilers. I would say 2 years. I would say 2 years at max. I would say minimum 5 months. I say minimum 5 months, maximum 2 years. That's the safe window for what is okay for spoilers. If it's anything under 5 months, probably too soon to be talking spoilers. So, but like if you're in that awkward thing where like the film came out 5 months ago, it's about 2 years. Kind of a gray area, but after 2 years, it's 100% safe to talk about that stuff. Like, it's been 2 years since Spider-Man No Way Home. We can talk about the twist of Spider-Man No Way Home. You can talk about spoilers of that. You can talk about spoilers for Endgame and Infinity War now. It's been 5 years. It's safe. And honestly, if you haven't seen any of that stuff, then I question what you're doing. It's like, are you living under a rock? Like, generally, if you think 2 years is too soon, honestly, you're probably living under a rock. But like probably living under a rock. You're like, really, you're not engaging with media? Are you not engaging with media? You're Amish? Ain't no judging you up. Like, I'm not gonna judge people who like think that's too soon, but like, all right, you are apparently the minority. Cause like after 2 years, it's fine. But yeah. Generally the idea with spoilers is like, alright, okay, particularly because of Leak. Okay, Leak I'm not engaged with, because they're like, those are spoilers that technically should not happen. That Netflix leak, I'm not engaged with that Netflix leak at all. No, man. I'm staying away from that. I'm looking forward to half that stuff got leaked. I am not spoiling myself. That's going to be out of me 2 months anyway. So like, no, keep it away. I'm not engaging in that clickbait. But like, yeah. And again, if I'm reading fan fiction, if I'm told there's gonna be manga spoilers in it, I haven't read the manga, I'm gonna avoid it. But then at least I'm actively interested in. If I'm not, it's like, okay, I don't care. It's like something like, oh yeah, no, I read Naruto fanfic. I don't know much about Naruto. It's like, that's fine. Like, the My Hero Academia that's bugged me because I do like My Hero, and knowing what I knew happened in season 7 because of a fan fiction kind of bugs me. It's like, that would, again, it's a really cool reveal, and I still think it was done well. I would have had way more enjoyment if I didn't know what I knew because of fan fiction. Like that was a really poor choice, and it's a reaction fan fiction of people watching the MCU. You don't need that. It is not information that needed to be in the story. You put that in there deliberately, and it's weird. And she said, "If I'm not going to name the, if you listen to this and you're a good writer, I'm not criticizing you. I thought it was a really weird choice, and yes, you spoiled me on that one plot point." I think you most recent chapter. If you're listening to that most recent chapter with you, I won't even give it away, but it just happened. It just happened in the anime, so you kind of jumped the gun. I don't blame you because, well, I can't blame these people because like they want to write what they want to write. They can't control if the people who are reading are manga fan, anime fans, or both. I think about probably be cautious that people probably are going to come in here anime only. And if the anime hasn't revealed something yet, you probably shouldn't reveal it. Particularly if people really like the franchise, which I do. So, that's my 2 cents. Yeah, generally I will, and generally if I see something, I will engage with spoilers. I will tell people beforehand there are spoilers so you can click out. Like, and the thing, I'm not saying don't talk about this stuff because these are things that people need to talk about. If you're going to talk about things that people probably don't want to know, warn people first. Which is why you see the word spoilers come up a lot. Like, I'm gonna do a summer movie retrospective in a couple of weeks. And I'm gonna talk about the summer movie I've watched. I'll probably put a spoiler tag at the beginning of that episode. Just so people know, hey, I'm talking about movies. I'm probably gonna have to talk about spoilers. So if you haven't seen any movie this summer and you don't want the movie to be spoiled for you, probably don't watch. Or watch at your own risk. But like, yeah. I'm sorry, this is gonna be a short episode. I'm gonna say this is like a really weird episode too. I don't know the joy of being an unscripted podcast when you realize I'm gonna talk about spoilers. What the hell do I say about spoilers that I haven't already said? Do I want to end it now or too soon? I don't know. Oh. given a spoiler take on any of my videos prior to that, and I do talk about a lot of. Although I don't go into plot detail that require spoilers, so I think I'm safe. I think from now on I will put a spoiler tag in the video on the off chance people do want to watch and they don't want to be spoiled, so might be a good thing to keep in mind going forward. I don't know. It's one of those things when you're actually engaging in the internet for so long, you kind of realize what is and isn't counts as a spoiler, like, particularly as someone like me who was born in the 90s, and I haven't seen a lot of the 80s movies, so seeing stuff like Star Wars, Indiana Jones, or a lot of these, older films that I didn't see in my childhood, but I'm watching now for the first time, having, gained, information about Star Wars through cultural osmosis. I kind of know what happens in Star Wars now, like, watching the other Charlie for the first time. I know what happened in that film. I know the big twist. Doesn't destroy my opinion of Star Wars. That being said, I'm never going to talk about Star Wars on this podcast for the whole reason that Star Wars is a horribly toxic fandom, and if I say the word Star Wars, I'm probably going to get slammed by a bunch of people in the comment section talking about how my opinions are wrong, so I'm never talking about Star Wars. It's like, I don't know. When it comes to like older movies like that, you realize, I technically know what happened, so technically I technically have spoilers for these movies, but I can still like them. Honestly, at the end of the day, I don't think spoilers really do that much for the watching experience. The only thing spoilers do is it gives a bunch of people say, like, no, don't tell me, I want it wrong. I get it. Because watching them for the first time feels so good, and getting to form your opinion about something raw for the first time, wholly uninfluenced by what people are saying, is something special that you can't get back because your first time is always special. Just because honestly, you can appreciate something kind of a lot when you go in to see something that you technically know the spoiler for. It's like, all right, I know the spoiler. I'm just gonna sit here and watch out the movie, and that's it. And then you walk out, it's like, that's exactly what people have said. I really like that, and you get to think about, and you get to analyze more about the film than just that 5 minutes that people are like, oh my god, that was amazing. Let's talk about the spoilers. Which, honestly, is why I like seeing movies a few times, because once the big reveal's out of the way, it's not so much a shock. You get to analyze why it works or why it doesn't, and it makes for a more enjoyable experience. So, honestly, go ahead and spoil things, because that leads to way deeper analysis. Now, I'm not saying get rid of spoiler mentality altogether, because again, sometimes you want that raw experience, you want your first time to be special, but if your first time has been ruined and your first time is like, oh no, I know this, don't pope on it and just, go in with an open expectation. I think it works way better. And like, there are some things they'll say, like, no, you have to go into this blind just because the reveal is so good if you don't know. Which is why showing kids movies and TV and cartoons and whatever for the first time is so rewarding. Because seeing a kid's reaction for the first time of something is really fun, because then the kids are like, huh? It's really cool. I do like that. Yeah. That's spoilers. Like, always be careful when you're engaging on the internet, because if you don't want to be spoiled, stay away from things that are gonna spoil you. But it's like, if you don't care, engage with what you want to engage in, because, hey, that's fine too. At the end of the day, how you want to engage with whatever is up to you. It's your fun. You get 5 months to 2 years is basically that window for spoiler territory. Well, they're not okay. I would say they're not. I would say don't give spoilers, and if it's less than 5 months, everything after 2 years is okay. And again, if you're going to put spoilers in fanfiction, warn people that they'll spoilers, so people know. Okay, this person has seen season 6. I haven't yet. Maybe I'll hold off until I've seen season 6. Or if I haven't read ahead in the manga, maybe I'll skip a section so that I don't accidentally get something I don't want to see. But yeah, that's about it. Thanks for listening. Remember to like and share the podcast around to help spread the algorithm's influence to other people. All my social media is gonna be in the description down below. Feel free to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, Wattpad, Fanfiction, YouTube. No, don't follow me on YouTube. I don't use it. Remember, no gatekeeping. We don't gatekeep this community. If you like something, you're considered a fan of it. And remember, when people ask what fangirl you listen to, it is That Canadian Fangirl. With Canadian Fangirl? That Canadian Fangirl. Alright. Later, peoples.